Academy's job, one of its primary functions, is to train new FBI agents. And so you get people in from all walks of life, and in roughly 4 months, you have to train them in how to do all of the things that FBI agents need to know how to do. The challenge that I presented to Dale was beyond just, can you simulate a human personality? What we needed to do in this set of circumstances at the Academy was simulate it in such a manner that the product would be so compelling that new agents would practice on their own time. That was the key. There isn't time in the classroom to do any more than they already do. What we needed was a realistic way that would be so cool to use that after dinner at night or on the weekend or whenever they might have spare time, instead of going to the boardroom to hang out with other new agents or doing whatever, they would sit down with a computer and have an interview with Michael Simmen. For this particular type of interview, in Michael Simmen, you have a situation where money is turned up missing from an ATM machine in a bank. And Michael Simmen's a loan officer, and he was there on the day the money turned up missing. Your job as the agent is to go talk with him and see what you can find out about what went on that day. For that type of an interview, you're looking at maybe 45 minutes to an hour. You establish rapport with the person, you get them so that they're comfortable talking with you, then you begin to get into the details of what happened that day. And among the verbal and nonverbal skills, people need to look for changes in the behavior of the person. So you establish a baseline and then you look for changes. So it takes time to develop this whole thing. The new agent is provided with an opportunity to do it and do all the right things or to do some of the wrong things. And if you come on to Michael Simmen as being, let's say, smug, you know, I'm an FBI agent and I'm here to get the truth kind of a thing, then he's going to react negatively to that. He's constantly assessing how you're coming across, just like a real person does. And his behavior changes based on your behavior, which makes it so real. You can aggravate Mike if you really try to the point where he will end the interview. He'll end the interview, and if maybe that's 5 minutes into it and you're the new agent who's interviewing him, you haven't begun to gather enough information to be able to tell whether he's being truthful or deceptive, and you've just shot yourself in the foot. You've still got to decide. And these are all very intelligent, very competitive people. They all want to do well. And so this really capitalized on their competitive nature. You know, I'm going to work with this Michael Simmen thing until I can get a high score for doing all the things right that you do when you're interviewing somebody. Mike Simmen is a real person, a simulation of a real person, in a lot more ways than I ever dreamed when I first started thinking about this. Let's just say you could afford to have an actual person available for every new agent to practice with whenever they wanted to, these interview and interrogation skills. It would be hard to train somebody who would be as consistent in behaving the way the typical person would behave as Mike Simmen is, because he's very consistent and he never gets tired. You can interview him as many times as you want to. He doesn't get bored. He doesn't get, you know, I mean, he's just there for you. You know, if I think about, gee, I spent 20 years there, what did I actually do? Is there anything that I'm proud of? This is one of the things that I'm proud of. It would probably be the first thing that came to mind.